Hey there, Math Marines. Mr. Friedline here. Looks like I'm taking a look at our homework for tonight. This will be due on Friday, so you have a bunch of problems here, but you got 2 nights to do it. So do not fear. I might even come on tomorrow night and do a couple extra ones for you. Maybe I'll do the harder ones for you tomorrow night, but I'd like you to try them all first. Now, again, what you're supposed to be doing with this is you have your fractions along the top and the side. You have decimals along the bottom and the other side. So your end goal is to match up your fraction with its equivalent decimal. Now, the way we're going to do that is exactly how we did it in class the other day. So let me take, for example, let's see, what's that one say? 3/20, a little blurry right there. What I would do is maybe on a separate sheet of paper, or I could do it on the back. I'm going to do it right here on the side. I go 3/20 is the same thing as saying 20 into 3. I'm going to add a decimal point on the top and bottom. I'm going to put 3 zeros because I want to make sure that I go to at least the 3rd decimal place. It may terminate before that, but I want it to go to at least the 3rd decimal place. So I think to myself, well, 20 cannot go into 3. That's why I had to add all these decimal points. It ain't going to work, but 20 does go into 30 only one time. So 1 times 20 is 20, and I take away 20 from 30 and I get 10. I bring down another 0, and now I have 20 goes into 100. Well, if I didn't know that, those are some pretty big numbers. What I could do, what if I just cover up 1 0 here and cover up 1 0 here? Well, how many times does 2 go into 10? 5 times? Guess what? 20 goes into 100 5 times also. That's a little trick. We'll talk about place value. We'll talk about things like multiples of 10, all that good stuff next week. But until then, we can just make sure that we know our multiplication facts, and we try out everything just in case. 20 goes into 100 5 times. And actually, it happens perfectly. 5 times 20 is 100. So look what I got. I've got a terminating decimal. All of these are going to be terminating decimals. So in the very end, I would say, well, 3 over 20 is equal to 0.15. So I come back up here, I got, okay, 3 over 20, now I'm looking down here for 0.15. There it is. Those are my equivalent forms, so I'm going to draw a straight line between those. Now I'm holding this camera right now while I'm trying to do this, so my line is going to be all messed up, but you get the idea. 0.15, come on, there we go. So that's about in line right here, from here to here. Use a big thick marker so I can try this. Alright, make a nice straight line all the way down, and there we go. I made a straight line from 3/20 to 0.15. As I go through all that, I'm going to find out that in the end I'm going to have these like little closed figures, and if a closed figure has an S in the center of it, I'm going to shade it in. If a closed figure like this right here does not have a shade or an S in it, I'm going to leave it alone. And in the end, you should get something very similar to that. So, try this, work on this tonight. I might be back tomorrow to do some of the harder ones, show you some tricks with things like 7 over 25, 77 over 1,000. There's some nice easy tricks I'll show you. So, have a good night. Give me a call, send me an email if you have any questions.